Hey, I'm Joe McCabe, you're watching FEARnet. With me today is legendary movie badass Danny Trejo on the set of Death Race 3 in South Africa. So Danny, what can we expect from Goldberg in this film? How much ass does he kick?
Well, he gets stabbed, really, and he gets blown up, but there's a lot of ass kicking that goes on in the movies.
The powers that be have all kind of roped us into another loop around the track and putting our lives in jeopardy, and he's dealing with it the best that he can. Luckily, he's got a great team around him, and he's trying to win.
This movie is kind of a standalone kind of story, setting, and energy. It's a lot darker, it's a lot cooler.
Instead of prisoner racing against prisoner, now it's prison race against prison. So they transport the best from Terminal Island to Kalahari prison to race against the prisoners in Kalahari. So the playing field is different because on the first two movies it's more industrial. Now it's almost like this is like the wilderness.
I get to take out a lot of prisoner females. They all honing in on Katrina because she's become somewhat of a superstar. Actually, all of these characters from Death Race 3 because it's on TV and everyone knows who they are, and they want her position as Frankenstein's navigator girl. So they all just hone in on me tomorrow. So right after this I'm going into stunt training. This is very slim, I got bruises everywhere, but I'm getting there.
Introducing Olga Braun.
Do you want me to drive? Fuck,
Death Race's first ever female driver.
So Michelle, how does it feel to be the first female race car driver in the Death Race universe?
I'm quite proud because it shows some female empowerment, and we have an all-female crew, so with only girls, and we can definitely keep up with all the men.
It's kind of cool, isn't it cool? It's not just a guy's movie, it's a girl's movie too.
Everyone's looking forward to this cage fighting sequence because it's the girl fight. It's the girl navigator girl fight. It's going to be awesome because I'm telling you, it's a huge cat fight. And I've seen a choreography, I've seen them rehearse, and it's pretty brutal.
The girls are very beautiful, I have to give them that. They've done a great job with hiring the most stunning girls in South Africa.
I'm a driver. I only get to bump into people, you know, real hard, so I get to wreck their cars, and my nav girl's actually beating other guys and girls up.
Do I know my audience, so what?
You've done a lot of action movies. What do you think it is about the Death Race movies that make them work?
The action. I mean, the action and the stunts, and you know, it's a non-stop adrenaline, you know, and people like that. You know, a lot of people don't like a whole lot of thinking. You know, let's go be entertained, and that's what this is. This is entertainment.
It's Death Race, you know. It's about fast cars, you know, explosions and beautiful navigators.
The fight scenes really, those are very intense, and I take my work very seriously. I'm going to beat people up tomorrow. One
of the things that's really palpable about these films is that we're all in jeopardy the entire time, from the first film to the end.
I'm doing all my own stunts. I don't have a stunt double on this one at all for the fighting, which I'm a big kid, so I'm allowed to do that, and that's really, you know, that's more of a buzz for me than a challenge, because I enjoy working with the stunt teams.
There's going to be some pretty heavy sort of physical action stuff, so I'm looking forward to that.
Welcome to Kalahari prison. You dare try and escape. The desert will kill you before we do.
You're going to see all the vehicles that you've seen before, except that they're all tweaked now for desert racing, which is really, really cool because they have a much grittier, kind of earthier feel to them, which I think makes the action much scarier. I mean, we're in the elements. It's not a paved track that you've seen in Terminal Island. It's much more kind of free-for-all desert dune racing.
The car's a lot bigger in this film, and it's been adapted. And like I say, I mean, personally for me, this vehicle in this movie is way cooler.
Yes, I'm driving a Wrangler, and it's pretty tough. You really have to climb in and climb out. It's not a real girly car. We're gonna have some cool stunt shoots as well, and some weapons firing, some rocket firing, so pretty cool.
When you are throwing the cars and the drivers into the unexpected, it's a melee. I mean, I think to me that's what makes it so exciting.
Desert racing isn't about speed. It's about endurance and handling.
Hang on a minute, I thought you didn't know about this kind of racing.
I don't. It's the first thing that come up on Google.
How does Death Race 3 improve upon Death Race 2?
Well, we got a lot more stunts, more dangerous, more more explosions, and just there's a lot more fun, you know. And you know, you learn from experience. So everything we had in Death Race 2, we just pushed the envelope a little.
This is really actually leaps and bounds for me personally ahead of the previous movie.
You're on the last corner before the finish line. Come on, Luke, push!